Well, a cabinet reshuffle will be carried out soon in the state of Tripura. Strong indications to this effect were given by none other than Vinod Sonkar, BJP's Northeast Zonal Secretary organization, who arrived in Agartala today, along with BJP National General Secretary Dilip Saikia, National General Secretary Ajay Jamwal, and State Pravari Phanindranath Sarma. And without giving a direct reply, Sonkar said that things will be known very soon.
बहुत जल्दी आपको देखने को मिलेगा।
क्या मिलेगा सर?
देखने को मिलेगा।
क्या है?
देखने को मिलेगा।
चेंज होने वाला है क्या?
बहुत जल्दी देखने को मिलेगा।
नए मंत्री आते हैं कुछ?
बहुत जल्दी।
बहुत जल्दी। थैंक यू। प्रेसिडेंट
कोई परिवर्तन नहीं।
Well, the visit of the central BJP leaders comes at a time when speculations are rife of a growing internal crisis in the Tripura BJP. Well, if sources are to be believed, the main reason for the visit is to quell the growing dissidence amongst a section of party leaders and supporters before things take a turn for the worse. However, the leaders are maintaining that the visit is related to reviewing the party's organizational structure in the state. Significantly, the visit also comes just a day after senior members and several MLAs of the BJP, led by former Tripura Health Minister Sudip Roy Burman, held a meeting to address the alleged growing discontent amongst a big chunk of party workers and also take their voices to the government as well as the BJP central leadership. It may be mentioned that Sudip Roy Burman had for the first time come on record yesterday to say that there is a lot of anguish amongst a section of party workers which needs to be addressed. Well, it is to be seen now whether any change of the organizational structure of the BJP is seen post the visit of the central leaders. Meanwhile, upon his arrival in Agartala, BJP National General Secretary Dilip Saikia said that the visit was related to the organizational structure of the party and everything will be known by the evening. Listen in.
क्या मतलब क्या है?
संगठन का नियमित बैठक है और कुछ योजना भी है। शाम तक पता चलेगा आपको।
मिनिस्टर मंत्रिसभा के बारे में उसके बारे में क्या बात होगा?
सब तय हो गया है। सब तय हो गया है। कंसेंसस भी हो गया।
कब तक
शाम तक मालूम हो जाएगा।
So, crucial tour of the BJP central leaders in the state of Tripura, which comes amidst growing reports of growing discontent amongst a section of party workers and leaders, as was mentioned by the former Health Minister of Tripura, Sudip Roy Burman. Meanwhile, BJP's Northeast Zonal Secretary organization, Vinod Sonkar, also took a dig at the Trinamool Congress and accused it of disturbing the peace in Tripura.
लोकतंत्र में सबको अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है और लोकतंत्र में अपनी बात जो कहने का तरीका है वो कहेगी तो निश्चित रूप से स्वागत है और सभी राजनीतिक दलों की तरह टीएमसी भी काम करें, हमको कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। लेकिन एक शांत और अच्छे प्रदेश में आके अगर किसी प्रकार की अशांति और किसी प्रकार का दुष्प्रचार करते हैं तो निश्चित रूप से दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। मीडिया भी देख रही है, लोग भी देख रहे हैं कि कौन किस पे अटैक कर रहा है। वो यहाँ आएंगे और यहाँ के कानून को नहीं मानेंगे और यहाँ पे आके उनके कार्यकर्ता ईंटा चलाएंगे। उनके कार्यकर्ता जिस तरह से मीडिया के साथियों ने पिक्चर दी है, फोटो दी है, ईंटा लेके घूम रहे हैं, झाड़ू चुका घूम रहे हैं, तो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। ऐसे लोग खिलाफ कर रहे हैं लोग।
All right, and to give us his perspective on this big development from Tripura, I am being joined now live from our newsroom by our news editor, Nabarun Goswami. Nabarun, a very crucial visit of the BJP central leaders to the state of Tripura. And while the leaders are maintaining that the purpose of the visit is just to review the organizational structure of the state Tripura BJP, do you think that there's more to this than the leaders are letting on, Nabarun?
Absolutely, Ronak. Hectic politicking underway in Tripura. We are certain Vinod Sonkar, the senior BJP leader, just upon his arrival in Agartala, strongly indicated that the cabinet reshuffle is on the cards. Cabinet reshuffle will be held very soon in Tripura. There's a big political development, especially considering the quote-unquote internal crisis in the BJP right now, which almost came out in the open yesterday during the meeting which was conducted, which was organized by some of the MLAs, including Sudeep Roy Burman, the former health minister. Party workers from across the state, from across assembly constituencies attended the meeting. And today we have this tour of the BJP central leaders. We have Dilip Saikia, Ajay Jamwal, Vinod Sonkar, Phanindranath Sarma, everybody landing in Agartala. Of course, the visit was scheduled, but it is important and it is significant because of the developments that took place yesterday. Now again, I reiterate, Ronak, Sonkar has given a strong indication that a cabinet reshuffle is on the cards. Bahut jaldi, as we heard him saying there. Now it's even earlier in the day when Dilip Saikia, the National General Secretary, was speaking to the media upon his arrival in the airport. He also indicated that everything has been settled, finalized. So it's just a matter of time probably when the new cabinet, the reshuffle cabinet, will be announced. It will be interesting to see, how many new faces or make it to the cabinet, or will anyone from the quote-unquote rebel MLAs group also make it? Will Sudeep Roy Burman make it? Very importantly, if yes, will he accept the cabinet berth? So these are a lot of the speculations that are doing rounds right now, Ronak. In the next 3 to 4 days, at least the next couple of days, will be very interesting and very exciting as far as Tripura politics is concerned. Secondly, yes, the party leaders, the senior central leaders, have maintained that the visit pertains to the strengthening the organizational structure of the party, but we all know that they have a lot of work to do. They have their task cut out, especially at a time when somebody like Sudeep Roy Burman has for the first time come out in the open to say that yes, there is a lot of discontent among a section of party workers, party leaders. Their voice is not being heard by the state government. Their voice is not being heard by the state leadership. So yesterday's meeting was a platform to make their voice heard, to take their message to the central leadership. Now that the central leadership is here, definitely there will be meetings, of course, with all the MLAs as it happened last time a couple of months ago when again the central team was here. If you remember, Ronak, there were separate meetings with the chief minister, with the cabinet, with MLAs, with the booth level party leaders. So definitely a lot of meetings can be expected, but one thing is sure, a cabinet reshuffle is on the cards in Tripura. It is to be seen now which are the names that figure there, and that will say a lot about the current scenario, Ronak.
Absolutely. And, Navran, let's also not forget, the BJP leaders also not leaving any opportunity to take a dig at the Trinamool Congress as well. And once again, the leaders are pointing out and alleging rather, that, the TMC leaders are disrupting the peace in the state of Tripura, isn't it?
Absolutely, Ronak. One thing is certain, the TMC has been somehow or the other able to make its presence felt in Tripura. It has accused the BJP-led government of unleashing violence. Of course, BJP has its own thing to say. The BJP, the chief minister also has made it clear that the government has nothing to do with the police action. The police are free to act as per law. If you come to the state, if you break COVID protocols, if you break COVID norms, then of course the law will take its own course. That is something the BJP has time and again maintained. But also, Ronak, if you see for the last month and a half, continuously senior TMC leaders almost on a daily basis have been arriving in Tripura, and it's almost difficult to totally ignore the TMC in the political scope of things just by the fact that the sheer noise the TMC is making in Tripura. Having said that, it's too early to say that whether the TMC has gained ground or not, because the TMC, mind you, Ronak, has had no presence, had no foothold in the state. So it will be a bit premature going by this to say that yes, the party has gained ground. But yes, definitely the TMC, of course, cannot be ignored when it comes to making statements, because the party has been able to ensure that it is talked about in the state that is poll bound, that is going to elections in a year and a half, Ronak.
Absolutely, absolutely. Navran Goswami, thank you very much for joining us this evening and giving us your take on this big development from Tripura.